So I'm Mark Anzelc. My wife and I are owners of Peninsula Coffee House and Peninsula Wine Cellar. Deb and I decided to put this business together, kind of motivated around this whole idea of giving back. And we thought the best way to give back is to create jobs. And it's so far created 30 jobs for the community, fulfilling an unmet need with the coffee shop and wine cellar. It's been great. We actually were considering another property down the street that didn't work out for us. Then when we came through, we said, it's got a lot of potential, a lot of character, and so we were all in. And then as we got started with the project, it was just, the amount of work was overwhelming, and we said, we're all out. And then Deb pulled me back in and said, hey, we got to do this. So particularly tying in with architectural justice and your input really helped us solve so many of the things we needed to solve. We didn't know how to solve them. And so then we're all in and we just muscled through the challenges. The building was built around 1911. It was originally a bank. We operated as a bank for about 20 years. And then during the Depression, it was closed by the president. And for 8 years, it was vacant. It was idle. There was a woman in the community. She ended up buying the building as a liquidation and then made good on all the banking debts that existed in the building. And then from then, it's probably been through 30 different merchants, from frame shops to construction offices to a glass company and so forth. And most recently vacant, for a few years, and then we turned it into the coffee shop and wine cellar. So as we get started, we realized we just weren't qualified for so many things. I mean, we didn't know how to make coffee, we didn't know how to do the interior design, we didn't know the construction side of things. It's a historic building, and there were a lot of rules and so forth that we had to follow. As we started thinking about the design, we could figure out sort of a general footprint, but we weren't good with taking advantage of the character of the building for design purposes. Deb's brother is a designer in California, owns a firm out there, and he said, you really need to get some help. And to be honest with you, I was skeptical about that. I thought, how hard can it be? We'll figure it out. And they came over and met you and James and just fell in love. So that we found you, and then trying to figure out how you would fit in. Originally, the thought was you could kind of help us with the layout, and then we'll manage all the other subs and contracts. But what you did for us, the creative inputs, the design concepts, it was just a hands-down choice to use you for everything we possibly could. As we had talked about it, we thought, hey, kind of an old school apothecary sort of feel was something that we liked. And we liked earth tones and sandstones, and because there was a quarry here in the village and so forth. And you took a few of those elements like that and just built out the whole concept. I have people come in every week and say, where did you get your counters? Where did you get your stone? Who did the design? People will sit on the bench that you put back there and they go, this just fits. It's just right. Same thing for all the cabinets upstairs. They go, oh my gosh, this just looks like it's right out of the 50s, that sort of thing. And it's been a great fit, been a great part. And just talk about the renderings. It was something I didn't really even understand. I mean, I didn't know what things would look like. And, Deb, I've got a little bit of a spatial view. Deb has none. And, the three-dimensional projections. And as we were going through the design reviews, and your ability to point and click and say, here's what it looks like from this angle. We could virtually walk around the room. And I know that technology exists, but seeing that applied to this space in our footprint with our constraints was really amazing. Just the creative input in terms of the use of the space was really great. And meeting with you and saying, can we make these shifts, and being able to do those changes on the fly gave us a chance to interactively try some things out, which would have cost us money to build and tear out and so on. So that was terrific. Secondly was the build. You could do everything. You could do the woodwork, the stonework, the layout, the architectural design. You could do any of that for us, and that was great. Even some of the little features around the wood, some of the carvings and so forth, and your ability to do those, your metal shop, your stone shop, your wood shop, all of those things. And then I think lastly for us is just the choice of materials. Just the guidance and recommendations, the stonework and so forth, and some of the creative input in terms of, these are sort of an infusion of a contemporary feel with a historic look. And it was terrific. So those design inputs were great. experience. Again, some of the design you've helped us with, they're really kind of 5 different spaces. If you want a wine bar, it's down here. If you want to sit out on the patio and enjoy the river, or a hardtop overlooking, some of the green space or the social back room. And so, want people to have the experience that they want, and the design really helped us with that. So I want people to enjoy it, and I want people to come back and tell others. So we've been open 4 months. We're seeing 20,000 customers in 4 months come through. We can't do the things we want to do around giving back if we don't have a viable business. And it appears to be a very viable business, so that's great. And thanks, Darlene. And you and James and Architectural Justice have been absolutely amazing. The capability of your business, the support of your staff, the expertise that you have through the whole team and so forth has just been absolutely unbelievable. It just tremendous value.